I'm Matthew Coletti, and these are the chief developments in the Byzantine Empire from 750 until 1025. Starting in 750 CE, the Byzantine Empire consisted of Asia Minor, some land in the Balkans, and some land in Italy. However, this is not a lot of space comparatively to where they will be and where they were in the past. They were also met with internal tension and invasions, and they dealt with them and grew out of them and began a revival in the 9th century. The revival began in 842 CE when Michael III began to reign. He came to power at 2 years old when his father died. His mother, Theodora, his uncle Sergios, and the minister Theoktistos governed until he was old enough. Revival began in 843, and revival consisted of revival in education, the church, military, and especially peasant economy. However, invasions began to stifle this revival from the Bulgars and the Arabs. Invasion from the Arabs highlighted the Christian versus Constantinople and the Eastern Church. However, out of this came the Macedonian dynasty. The Macedonian dynasty began as a small kingdom in northern Greece and came to power through a series of promotions followed by the murder of Michael III. The Macedonian dynasty allowed for a period of order and domestic growth. This growth came from Macedonian policies that they would put into place to build up their kingdom and build up their empire. First was the awareness of farmers. Notably, they protected farmers from aristocrats who sought to expand their land at the expense of farmers. Also, these farmers would increase their army, as farmers were oftentimes the cavalry within the army. Secondly, economic prosperity was something that was highlighted by the Macedonian dynasty. Trade expanded to Western Europe with silk and metalwork as the main trade sources. And with this trade, they built up Constantinople, of which they took over. Tourists would come to see the power, size, and wealth of this city that was unheard of in this time. Finally, cultural influence was something highlighted by the Macedonian dynasty. Byzantine Christians began missionary efforts all over the place, in the West and the East. Eastern Orthodox Christianity was therefore spread, even spread to the Prince of Russia in 987 CE. Now, the Macedonian dynasty did not just have intellectual influence, but also military and political achievements. Under Macedonian rule, education bettered, efficient governance was put into place, military achievement, and finally, civil service enhancement. Out of all of this came talented emperors, such as Leo VI, from 886 to 912 CE was his reign. He was known as Leo the Wise and systematized trade laws. He composed works on theology and politics as well. 50 years after Leo's reign was Emperor Basil II from 976 to 1025. He claimed Bulgaria for Byzantine, along with the islands of Crete and Cyprus. He defeated the Muslims in Syria and expanded the empire to the largest it had been in 300 years. Society in the empire, most notably women. Women were inferior to men and made to wear veils when they went out. And even when they went out, it was very uncommon because they were expected to stay at home. 3 major functions of women was to marry children, to maintain the household, and to weave clothes for the family. Some had jobs like midwives, bakers, cooks, and dancers. And some rich women even established monasteries or became empresses. All to say that the Macedonian dynasty, through art, through education, through militial experience, brought the Byzantine Empire to the biggest it had ever been in the history of time.